Hi, it's Trixie Mattel for HBO Max. Hi, it's me, Trixie Mattel. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm a world-famous drag queen with a passion for makeup artistry, but also exciting, cunning, thrilling LGBTQIA+ programming. Today, our video is sponsored by our friends at HBO Max, who continue to bring it to you every ball with an incredible spread of content featuring LGBTQIA+ storylines. HBO Max is fab because they are prideful 12 months of the year, but in June specifically, we're gonna focus on some really exciting LGBT content. We're here, Euphoria, Veneno, The Flight Attendant, Betty, and one of my personal favorites that we're gonna be going through today, True Blood. If you have not seen True Blood, I'm actually a little jealous of you because you're gonna get to watch it for the first time. So when you sign up for HBO Max and you embark on your HBO Max journey, I suggest you start with True Blood. I'll explain it. Okay, True Blood is a show. It happens in a fictional town in rural Louisiana. They talk about Shreveport a lot, so I always think of Chi-Chi DeVane when they talk about that, but basically vampires come out of the closet as like a real race of people in a way. And so it's the entire country and the world trying to grasp and understand this entirely new open being. This show is both actively purposefully gay in some moments, and in so many other fun ways, accidentally so gay. By the way, this show is very adult, whatever that means to you. I'm not gonna say who's an adult, but like, watch at your own adult eye risk. Big spoilers, we're gonna be talking about every season of True Blood, every character. You're gonna hear it from someone who's seen this show at least probably 5 times. So let's just get into it. Let's look at some clips, but before we start, I thought it would be fun if I could make an exciting, like vampire themed cocktail. So I'm gonna make a vampire's kiss martini. The first thing I'm gonna need is some ice. I'm gonna look up the recipe. 3/4 of an ounce of raspberry liqueur. Okay, well, we're gonna go with pomegranate liqueur because this is a little more red. 3/4 of an ounce. I don't know. That could be it. I really don't know. 3/4 of an ounce. 1.5 ounces of vodka. By the way, I know this is a vodka and it's almost gone. I don't wanna hear anything from anyone, okay? Not on this channel. This is 1.5 ounces. So it's about twice as much, okay. Ooh, that seemed like a lot. I don't know. I own bars, I don't tend bars, but if you guys would like to see a video of me making cocktails, there's actually a video on this channel, so watch it here. And finally, we have to do 1.5 ounces of sparkling wine. My assistant just ran out of the room. Are you scared? Do you fear like the pop of champagne? This is to HBO Max for giving us incredible queer content all year. Thank you, HBO Max. Ah! Yeah, it was great. 1.5 ounces of sparkling wine. Gorge, gorge, gorge. You're supposed to garnish the rim with red sugar. It's kind of vampire-y, right? Do you guys think that's kind of vampire-y? I think it is. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what the audience thinks. Ooh. Oh, I kind of live. Look at the bloody glass. That's fun. Cheers, happy pride. It's kind of delicious, who knew? Okay. It is spicy. Okay, so I pulled up some of my favorite clips. This one starts kind of strong. So one of the best things about True Blood is the performance given by Nelson Ellis, who actually was a judge on season 7 of Drag Race, so I actually got to meet Nelson. He has passed away, but his incredible spirit lives in this character, Lafayette. You guys have to imagine, this is a small town in rural Louisiana, and this is an openly gay person of color who works in a kitchen. And he doesn't take shit from anybody. I mean, his whole performance on this season is fabulous, dynamic. He wears lashes, makeup, he's sexy. I mean, his body in this period of his life while he's filming this is amazing. There's a scene I love where some heterosexual people come in and order a burger and they send it back. Lafayette goes, "What's wrong with the burger?" And Arlene doesn't want to say. And Lafayette goes, "What's wrong with the burger?" And Arlene goes, "The table said they didn't want to eat anything that had AIDS." Which, like, the HIV AIDS phobia is still very real in this world. And in this show, somebody like Lafayette does not take it sitting down.
Who ordered the hamburger with AIDS?
If this was me, and somebody said something this homophobic to me, it would probably make me cry. Lafayette is not that girl.
I ordered the hamburger deluxe.
In this restaurant, a hamburger deluxe comes with french fries, lettuce, tomato, mayo, and eggs.
So fierce.
Do anybody got a problem with that?
I don't recommend violence at work, but I mean, this is a stylized show. This is so fierce.
All you gotta do is say, hold the age. Here. Eat it.
Yes! You guys, being a sissy and being portrayed as like physically strong and like being able to stand up for yourself, bitch. His performance in True Blood is worth watching True Blood alone, but there's more. One of my favorite things about True Blood is how, I mean, it's the South. They have vampires coming out of the coffin, and they have churches calling vampires basically like fangers, which I mean, it's purposely sounds like basically there's churches devoted to being anti-vampire. The same way many churches are anti-gay, vampires in this world are hated and feared, and they're the minority, and religious groups like this hate them. This is the Light of Day Institute. The casting here is very on purpose. It's a group of all young, blonde, white people banding together in the name of love to talk about how much they hate a group of people. And this is one of those moments where True Blood is like, damn, bitch, we are really skating the line between this being really a fantasy show, but scenes like this, I'm like, this is real.
And so it is with open arms that Steve and I welcome all of you to the Light of Day.
She is
Leadership
so
Conference.
good. Okay, Anna Camp plays Sarah Newland, who is like the wife of this famous reverend. She could not play the most perfect, beautiful, glamorous, homophobic, vampire-phobic. I mean, we all know that woman. Human beings don't need vampires to exist to be extremely hateful.
Amanda will
She is so beautiful. I know that she's playing someone we're supposed to hate, but she really is like so gorgeous in this show.
welcome.
Look it's a church where they hate vampires and they're putting on rings that's a promise to hate vampires. Purity rings. Ryan Quanten, who plays Jason Stackhouse, is so beautiful. Yes! Sarah Newland, of course, is the woman behind Reverend Newland, who is probably one of my favorite characters in this whole series.
Die, fingers!
Die fingers. You guys, I'm not even religious, and even this like faux religious outing is giving me like the chills. Amen. Now, worldwide, HIV/AIDS is not a gay disease. It's not a men's or women's disease. It's a human world globe disease. But in the scope of True Blood, they do a really beautiful job of introducing it as a disease that humans are carriers of called Hep V, and vampires die from, called Hep V. And in this amazing scene, Jessica's finding out that Bill, her father basically, is Hep V positive. And it's interesting watching the HIV/AIDS phobia that exists in the world translate to like a fictional fairy tale disease. But I mean, the acting and the way they play it is so beautiful and compassionate. That's something that True Blood does really well. These actors are thrown these insane fantasy situations, but they play them like it is dead serious, 100% actually 1,000% real. And that's what makes the show so compelling. These actors and actresses turn the party. They commit.
I'm Hep V positive, and it's very important to me that I get my affairs in order, my estate and my will.
You guys have to imagine, like, how often on a show do we see a character disclosing their status? Ever. And in this show, we have this community with this brand new outbreak having to understand it and grieve one another and also fear for themselves. They do such a beautiful job in this show. Deborah Ann Wall, who plays Jessica, you guys, she's not queer in this show, but I think any queer woman would want to marry her, and every gay man will yes queen her. I mean, she's so beautiful, and she gives the most sensitive, stunning, specific performances in this show. It's so good. Again, Hep V is like a fictional fantasy disease, but disclosing your status to your loved ones, I can only imagine, is such a nuanced thing. And seeing it in a show like this where you see people really having the impact hit them, it's so good. All right, I believe in gay rights. And so here I am, just a woman standing in front of you, another woman, and I need to talk to you about the character of Pam. Pam is probably the gayest thing about this show. Not necessarily because she spends the whole time kissing women, which she does kiss women. Pam is the sassiest, most reading, most bone dry, cruel, cutting, fierce bitch in this whole show. The looks, the hair, the makeup, the attitude, so good. I love this.
We need to talk about your attitude.
By the way, Pam saying, I need to talk to you about your attitude. This is Tara, by the way. your attitude must be pretty bad if Pam thinks it's bad.
I gotta make this dude a margarita first.
You don't want a margarita. You want a flat, half-empty beer.
Pam is so chic, you guys. And if we're gonna be fashion gays for a second, something I love that True Blood does, the older the vampire, the more transplanted their sense of style is. Eric and Pam, through the whole series, they're older vampires. They give you 80s, 60s, 70s. Every time you see them, it seems like they're pulling from a closet that's hundreds of years deep, which realistically it would be, right?
I don't know what it is about me that makes people think I want to hear their problems. Maybe I smile too much. Maybe I wear too much pink. But please remember, I can rip your throat out if I need to, and also know that I am not a hooker.
See, this is why I relate to Pam. So glamorous, so beautiful, blonde, thin, and a complete bitch. That's my story being told. Representation matters. And you know what I love about Pam? Pam isn't necessarily straight. She's not gay, she's not bi. She likes to suck a little blood, suck a little something else. Whatever's going on, Pam wants to be a part of it. Something I love that True Blood does too is these characters, it's almost that being post-living makes you sort of it with your sexuality. I mean, these characters become vampires and sort of have entirely renewed sexual experiences. Like, they become vampires and sort of come into their sexuality as a vampire, which I love. Which, by the way, to the viewers at home, you don't have to die to become one with your sexuality. Go be a slut today. I love the storyline of Tara, who's Sookie's best friend. Tara basically dies and has to be made into a vampire to survive. Otherwise, she would be gone. And Tara hates vampires. So we have Tara, who learns to accept herself as a vampire, and then maybe perhaps learns to accept that she doesn't like just men. She also likes other types of human beings. All right, so in this scene, Jason Stackhouse is rescuing a bunch of his vampire friends from this testing facility, and Tara's part of it. Tara is one of those characters in the show. We all love Tara, but once Tara becomes a vampire, we like really love Tara. By the way, leave it to Pam to be in prison and still look extremely hot. Okay, interracial, intergenerational, lesbian love stories. Thank you. They're not doing that on, you know, Wipeout.
Oh, okay. I knew it.
I love that. By the way, I love Jessica. If you ever are out in the wild and you do something openly homosexual and one of your friends screams, "I knew it," that's not helpful. Just say. One of the other gayest things about True Blood is that oftentimes when people drink vampires' blood, let's say to get high or heal themselves when they've been injured, the character will have like recurring sexual dreams about the vampire. And in this scene, everybody's like boy next door heartthrob from heaven, Jason Stackhouse, is having a dream about Warlow, whose blood he drank. And Jason's entirely heterosexual, so this scene kind of comes out of nowhere. Shaving with a straight razor. Who does that?
Smooth as a baby's bottom.
You want to do me now?
I mean, I'm very gay, and so I watch every type of program waiting for something gay to happen, and True Blood doesn't make you wait. This is gay. This is gay.
Sorry, man, I got you. It's okay.
This is gay. I mean, by the way, this scene is about straight razor shaving, and I already have a boner.
Taste it.
Taste it? Oh my God! By the way, if you're watching this and you aren't gay, having a gay dream doesn't make you gay. So you don't have to sit up in bed and freak out like Jason Stackhouse. But definitely a lot of sex dreams that are always a little bit comedic in this show, and they always punctuate certain things, and they're always really funny. I mentioned earlier there are some parts of the show that aren't technically gay, but they have gay energy, if that makes sense. Sort of like a picnic basket, you know? This character named Ginger, who is sort of Pam and Eric's like handmaiden, who worships vampires, is in love with Eric. She's not exactly the most strong-willed individual, and she slips into hysterics like that. A blonde woman who slips into hysterics very quickly, I have to relate. And she does a lot of screaming in this show, and it's not gay, but it's so funny, you guys. I mean, also the hair. Ginger's hair is always a journey. I wish I was like a Pam or a Jessica, but I know I'm a Ginger. You know what I mean? Oh, I love this scene. This is, like I said, not exactly gay. It's not like, you know, girl on girl action, but Pam is trying to escape this coffin, and Ginger's trying to keep her inside, and I f***ing love this scene. Work. Isn't that every queer person's dream, is to get some kind of like acting role where you get to have really fabulous costumes and hairstyles and then some blonde girls just screaming in the background? Goals. By the way, the character's name is Ginger and she's a blonde. That's already funny to me. One of my other favorite gay characters in this show is Russell Edgington. He's a super old vampire played by Dennis O'Hare, of course you know from American Horror Story. We worked together on that show. And he's so good in this show, you guys. He is very gay, very old, and very sexual, which I love. We don't see old gay men on shows being like sexual.
Jesus. I actually met him. He was a boring hippie who stank of patchouli.
So fierce.
Hi, Jason. Oh, look.
There's Reverend Newland as a vampire, I told you.
Hunk sandwich. Get your hands off me. Get off me.
Hey. Where's your sister?
Yeah, you ain't never gonna find her. Cause she's someplace you can't get in. And where might that be? She's with the fairies.
By the way, two gay characters sandwiching a guy and they're talking about fairies. This show is even accidentally gay sometimes.
Who knows how to show you a good time? You do.
Young gay guys, you just need an old, powerful gay man to take care of you. That's all you need. So, these are just some of the reasons why you, a human person, should definitely tune into True Blood on HBO Max, as well as We're Here, Veneno, Euphoria, so many other types of LGBTQIA+ programming. Not just this month for Pride Month, but every month of the human calendar year. I tried to really think about this. If there's anything really gay that I missed, please comment below. More gay is always better. Thank you so much. Visit the link in the description to sign up for HBO Max and immediately start watching original, groundbreaking, award-winning, club, another club, fabulous queer content on HBO Max. Happy Pride.